Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Maynooth University Postgraduate Open Day. Thank you for your patience as we ironed out some technical difficulties. This session is for international students wishing to study at postgraduate level at Maynooth University. My name is Fidelma Byrne. I'm the admissions officer in Maynooth, and I'd like to introduce you to my colleague Helen Curran from the International Office, who will give you a short presentation. Helen is also happy to take questions at the end of the presentation. So I'll hand over to you, Helen.
Thanks, Fidelma, and thanks everybody for your patience again. So what I'll talk about, I'm from the International Office, and we primarily deal with the students from outside the European Union in our office. However, I think a lot of the information would be very useful for students within the EU as well. So what I'll do is a short presentation, and then I will be available to answer any questions you have after that. And in addition, I will be at the questions and answers session this evening at 6 p.m. So just to start quickly with my presentation, a very warm welcome to you to Maynooth University, our online session. As you can see, a very beautiful university. This is a picture of our South Campus, our historic campus, which dates from 1795. And in addition to that, we do have a modern campus, a North Campus, located just 5 minutes away from this campus. So what we say is we have the best of both worlds. We have a lot of beautiful old buildings and also very modern facilities, and I will talk a little bit about them. The university, as I mentioned, can trace its past to 1795. However, in 1997, we formally became National University of Ireland, Maynooth, and we're now known as Maynooth University. So why would you choose Maynooth? Maynooth is a globally connected, internationally recognized university. 1/3 of our academic staff come from abroad, and we have partnerships around the world with almost 200 universities. Currently, we ranked 106th overall and first in Ireland in the Times Higher Young University Rankings 2022. We're first in Ireland and in the top 5 globally in the THE global rankings for reducing inequalities. We're second in Ireland and 60th globally for gender equality. And we're joint first in Ireland and top 200 globally for quality education. In addition, we have an international campus. We have Maynooth International Engineering College delivering our undergraduate engineering and computer science programs in partnership with Fuzhou University in China. Our teaching, research and innovation are interconnected. Our leading researchers are also committed teachers. We have made a strategic commitment to educational innovation, and we offer an inclusive and diverse learning community. And we're continuing to invest in world-class teaching and learning facilities. And very shortly, indeed, we will be opening a new teaching facility on our North Campus. So where is Maynooth? Maynooth is a small town of about 14,000 people, about 25 kilometers to west of Dublin, our capital city. So it's very well connected. It's a commuter town, so it's very well connected to Dublin, the heart of Dublin. It's possible to get a train. We're on the Dublin bus network, and we're also on the motorway network. So the benefit of this is that you have a very nice town environment, a quiet environment, safe, warm and friendly atmosphere, yet you have the benefits of having our national capital only 25 minutes away. And in addition, our international airport is in Dublin, and it's very close by as well. So it is an ideal environment to settle and adjust to a new life in Ireland, to make the most of the student experience in Ireland, and you benefit from the proximity of our vibrant capital, which has a lot to offer, not just socially and culturally, but also economically. It's very important to note that many of the important multinational and national companies are based within Dublin, our capital, or on the outskirts. So we're very accessible to them. In the last 25 years since we've been established, we have over 75,000 alumni. Currently, we have 1,000 international students from more than 90 countries on our campus. 11,000 undergraduate students in total, 2,000 postgraduate students, which means that we have overall about 13,000 students on our campus at the moment. And just to let you know, we are teaching on campus as well. Some of our larger courses are blended, but we have been opening up in Ireland with regard to coronavirus, and many of our activities are now taking place face-to-face. So the purpose of this open day is to introduce you to our postgraduate education. So in Maynooth, we offer a supportive academic teaching and learning environment. We have a range of one-year taught masters available and small class sizes. And as I mentioned, you already have real access to leading academics. There's also a focus on employability. We have a career development centre. So this is a centre that helps you to prepare your CV, helps you to prepare for interviews, invites companies onto campus to interview students. And it's a very useful facility for students while they're in their studies to prepare for their life after studies. As I mentioned, many of the multinationals and national companies are located close to Maynooth, between Maynooth and Dublin, so we have good links with industry. Many of our degrees would also offer work placements or company-based projects. So this is not an exhaustive list of courses. All of the courses are available on our course finder, and also as part of the open day, you will get information on all the specific courses as well. What I wanted to give you was just a flavour of what we have on offer in Maynooth. So briefly, we have 3 faculties. The first faculty is Arts, Celtic Studies and Philosophy. So within that, we have a range of courses. All of the languages we teach are Chinese, Spanish, French, Irish, German. We also have Masters in English. We have a very strong music department, which is very popular with international students. Also philosophy and history department. We also do media studies in this department as well. Moving on to our second faculty is the Faculty of Social Sciences. So we find that most of our international students are particularly interested in the School of Business and the programs of the School of Law and Criminology. So the advantage of many of our postgraduate programs is that they're 1 year in duration, they're level 9 master's programs and are recognized worldwide. The MSc Business Management in particular is very interesting because you do not need a business background to take that. So you can come from engineering or computer science or arts and be eligible to take this business management program. The rest of the programs have varying entry requirements, but all of them are 1 year in duration. They have company-based projects. That means that they invite companies to come into the class to present, to give students a real-life problem that the company needs to have solved, and the students work on that during their studies and present their solutions to the company at the end. So it's an opportunity to get real-world experience as part of your degree. The other popular courses in this faculty are within our School of Law and Criminology, particularly the 1 year Masters in Global Legal Studies and International Business and Law. But you'll see that we also offer many other programs in this faculty, including MA in Anthropology, a Masters in Computer and Youth Work, a Sociology Masters. We're particularly well known for our climate change and GIS and remote sensing. We also have a Masters in Design Innovation and Economics. So if you're interested in any of the particular details of this course, we'll be able to talk to the academics and ask questions in the individual sessions that we have available as part of our open day. Our final faculty is the Faculty of Sciences and Engineering. So many international students are particularly interested in computer science. In Maynooth, we have a real emphasis on software engineering. So the first program there, Computer Science is Applied, that's actually a 2 year program, but the MSc Computer Science is a software engineering, and that actually involves 6 months work placement as well. So IT and software engineering, Ireland is particularly well known for, and there are many opportunities in this area. So we get a lot of applications from students who are interested in this. The MSc Dependable Software Systems is actually a joint masters between ourselves and 2 European universities, St Andrews in Scotland and the University of Lorraine in France. So you have the option to take 1 year in Maynooth and a year at either of those universities. Our engineering faculty or department, we specialize in electronic engineering alone, and they have a research degree available at postgraduate level. In biology and chemistry, research is the main focus of postgrad in these two departments. However, there is one taught master's in immunology and global health, which is very popular, of course, at the moment. Under a maths and science statistics department, the most popular one there is a one-year data science and analytics for international students. That's currently still open, but because it's so popular, it may be closing soon. So if you're interested, please apply as soon as you can. We have both an MSc psychology by research and a taught psychology master's. And as I mentioned before, we're particularly well known for geocomputation, and we house a National Centre for Geocomputation. So that was intended as a very quick overview, because I know as part of the open day, you will be getting a lot more in-depth information from the academic departments themselves and the program directors, who can tell you a lot more about the individual modules and content of each of these programs. So what I'll go on to talk about is just from the international point of view. For non-EU students, that's students from outside of the European Union, the tuition fees vary from 14,000 to 15,000 per year, and that's just for the tuition fee, with the exception of the MSc in Immunology and Global Health, which is 17,000 euro. A full list of our tuition fees, including the EU ones, in case we have any EU students, can be found on the Fees and Office Grants website, and they're broken down by each individual program. We estimate the average cost of living in Maynooth to be between 7,500 and 10,700 per year, depending on your lifestyle, of course. We have a number of scholarships available. The university offers a range of partial scholarships and some doctoral scholarships. They're outlined on the International Office website. And in addition, the International Office website also carries details of external scholarships. That would be, for example, scholarships offered by the Irish government and other sponsoring bodies. So I would really recommend that you go to the International Office website, to the prospective students section, where you will find the details of our scholarships. Just a broad introduction to the supports that you can expect as an international student. The International Office where I work, our job is to provide pre-arrival information sessions. We offer an orientation week in September when you arrive. We organise social events during the year, ongoing immigration guidance, and we work with our alumni office for graduation acknowledgement and alumni network. In the broader university, there's a number of student services that you can avail of. I mentioned already the Career Development Centre, but there's also a medical centre and counselling, free student counselling, a chaplaincy service, and a student budgeting officer who can help you to plan your expenses. Under academic support, it is a small university. It is quite easy to approach your lecturers, and it's quite acceptable to talk to your lecturers during weekly office hours, which they advertise, and you can make an appointment to go along and speak to them directly. You also have small tutorial groups and a writing centre. The writing centre is not teaching English language, it's for teaching you how to write an essay, how to use references, etc., to make an argument. So that's a very important thing for international students. And in addition to that, we have an academic advisory office who's there to assist you if you have any issues relating to your academic programs. Maynooth University is a very sociable university. We were recently voted Maynooth Ireland's friendliest college. We have a very active students' union, so that's a representative body for students, and they organise lots of activities for students. If you go to inulife.ie, you will see the details of over 100 sports and non-sports groups. And these will be usually running in the evening time and at weekends, so that you can take part in various things that you're interested in or try some new things. It's a great way to meet people and make friends, that's for sure. We have a range of indoor and outdoor facilities on our campus for sports. And we're just breaking ground on a brand new student facility, a student union building, which will have more facilities again for students, including meeting rooms and activity rooms as well. So that's great development for students. On our North Campus, we have a range of apartments. So in Ireland, student accommodation comprises apartment blocks, and you have your own bedroom, and in the most cases you would have your own bathroom, and you would share the kitchen and the living room with other students, maybe 3 to 4 other students. The cost per year this year is $4,488 for an apartment where your own bedroom, but you have a shared bathroom, and then $5,988 for your own bedroom with your own bathroom, which we call ensuite. So there's a virtual tour of the facilities available on the student residences website. You'll see some pictures there of the apartments. If you cannot secure an on-campus accommodation, or you wish to live off campus, there are many private options available in the town. And in addition, a lot of students live in the nearby towns, particularly those within the commuter belt. So any of the towns between Maynooth and Dublin, and also the suburbs, the west suburbs of Dublin. To facilitate you finding a place, the university has created a search engine. So they invite landlords to put their rooms for their vacant rooms on the search engine, and you can go in there and find all the different options in accommodation. Now, if you are coming to Maynooth, I would recommend that you work on your accommodation as soon as possible, because obviously it's a large, accommodation can go quite quickly once just before the university semester starts. We're nearly at the end of our presentation, but just a few words from our current students. So we have Ashana from India, and you can see there that she has been very active and high quality lecturers and professional engaging learning environment. And then Cassie from Zimbabwe, who finds Irish people to be extremely friendly and welcoming, which is important to know if you're coming to Ireland from another country for sure. All of the applications will take place on our online application system. Applications are usually accepted between October and July, with the exception of some of the really popular programs. They may close a little earlier, and that in particular is data science and immunology, and maybe 1 or 2 others, but those are the most popular generally. To apply online, you need to have your academic transcripts and diplomas, a copy of your passport, a statement of purpose, 2 letters of recommendation, English proof of proficiency. So we can, if you haven't got your English proof of proficiency ready, or you don't have a final transcript, or you don't have a passport, etc., we can make offers conditional on receiving the final results or receiving the final documentation. If you receive an offer, you will receive a notification through the PAC system, and to secure your place, you pay a €200 deposit. With regard to the English language qualifications, we accept IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, and Duolingo. All of our master's programs would expect a 6.5 IELTS overall. So the exception being business. The School of Business requires a 6.5 and a 6.0 in the reading and writing bands. That's for all the masters in business programs. The masters in immunology requires a 7.5 IELTS. Just a last point there regarding your acceptance, you're expected to pay the full tuition fee before coming to Ireland. Many of you may need a visa. So once you receive your offer letter, you can make your visa application, and it's quite straightforward. The Irish Immigration Office has a new website with all of the details on how you can apply. Now, finally, before I finish, thank you for your attention. I'm going to just play this video, which will show you our beautiful historic old campus and our new campus. It's narrated by two of our international students. I hope you will be able to hear it. If not, there are subtitles. And after the video is played, I see there are some questions coming in. I will attempt to answer those questions. So thank you. I'll just play this.
Welcome to Maynooth University. Maynooth is Ireland's fastest growing university, with over 13,000 students from over 90 countries. Located just outside the capital city of Dublin, there is no better place for you to experience the next step in your education.
With fantastic accommodation on campus and a wealth of amenities, Maynooth is a truly unique university.
We're old,
It's unique.
but you can hang out with your fellow students. We're going to get some study done. Take a quick sneak of your classes.
You can spend some time in nature.
Or escape to new worlds for the latest technology.
There's plenty of options for eating,
Playing.
or just having a cup of coffee. You'll find everything you need for a student life right here at Maynooth. Maynooth University, where the sky is the limit.
Okay, I hope you're able to hear that. But in the meantime, I will try and answer the questions. So, Elliot, first question: does the population of Maynooth 14,000 include 13,000 students? No, it doesn't. So there's 14,000 people approximately living in the Maynooth town area in general, and then 13,000 approximately in the university. Now, not all of the students live on campus. A lot of them are local students. A lot of them will commute from Dublin and neighbouring towns and cities. So I suppose during term, then you could say during a normal day, there would be about, say, 26,000 people in Maynooth, but of those, 14,000 are regular residents. So, I hope that was okay. Kaylin Potter, is there accessible funding, scholarship/research funding for MSc programs for internationals? If someone plans to continue on to PhD, can their masters be funded in conjunction with their PhD? Yes, there's specific research scholarships available. I think my colleague Marie from that department would be available to talk to separately. But yes, generally, you can start off at a research master's and progress to a PhD, and there should be scholarships available to cover all of that. Now, so then from Keenan, looking at scholarships for international students, it seems it's a limited amount of 2,500 scholarships for postgraduate students. Is there any other scholarships available on top of this one for, say, a student that's obtained a 1 GPA, or should I direct the later sessions directed at scholarships? Yes, I mean, if there's a later session on scholarships, you can talk to them. There's a range of scholarships available. There's a Taught Masters Scholarship, John Hume Scholarship, and the one that's also offered by the International Office. So it's possible to combine all of them. You can be in receipt of more than one scholarship from the university. So, you can apply for all of them, or you can be considered for all of them for sure. Anthropology, would most time be spent on the South or North campus? So the anthropology department is located on the North campus. The majority of our lecture space is on the North campus. So I would feel that most of the time you'd probably be on the North campus for your lectures for sure. Now, the main administration of Maynooth University is actually on the South campus. But I think for lectures and tutorials, you probably spend most of your time on the North Campus, Elliot. Now, I hope that adequately answered. Definitely for scholarships and research funding, those two questions there from Kaylin and Keenan. I believe there is a scholarship funding question or scholarship funding session later. So I would recommend that you go along to that and get information, particularly on the research. No, Elliot is a 5-minute walk between the two campuses. They're really close by. There's literally just a road between them. So it's, you don't need, if you're living in Maynooth, you don't need a car. Everywhere is accessible on foot. So if you were to walk from my office in the South Campus to the anthropology office in the North Campus, it would take maximum 10 minutes, really, walk once you get between the two offices. So it's very short, don't worry. Now, any other questions? I don't see any coming in.
I think that's it, Helen, for the moment. Just a reminder that to applicants that there's Thought Master scholarships. They're worth €2,000 each to full-time master students, and the applications for those are submitted together with your application for your chosen programme. But as Helen said, there is actually a scholarship session later on this afternoon, so maybe you could check out the time of that. And then Marie Murphy, who manages the whole scholarship research piece, will be available on the live Q&A session, which is online from 6 to 7 p.m. Now all staff from across the university will be on hand at that point to answer any questions. So if you come up with any other questions in the course of the afternoon, do log on between 6 and 7 to that. Thank you very much.